in my portafilter. And you can pick up a gram scale pretty cheap. For commercial coffee houses, I think a gram scale is a must because it's a great training tool. You're absolutely not going to be using it to make every shot by any means, but it's a great training tool for your staff. You know, when we're talking about dosing and tamping techniques, they vary so greatly from person to person, and the slightest extra tap, not tapping, pushing down versus just leveling, leaving a little amount, is all going to produce different dose amounts in the portafilter. So it's important that you have a gram scale for training so people can see the way we do it. You have to dose and weigh. I get the same weight 10 times in a row. And the first few are always off because they're adding an extra tap, they're not doing something, small little things that they don't even notice, but that make a big difference. So it's a great training tool and I recommend. For home, it's just a nice thing so you know what you're getting. You know how many grams you're achieving, you're able to talk to your roaster and explain to them. Okay, so. The way that I dose is I overfill, tap twice, and then I just level off into my trash can. And this is going to achieve about 22 grams. I always say touch the coffee as little as possible. There's a lot of good dosing and tamp. There's a lot of other leveling techniques out there. Dosing is just getting our coffee into the portafilter. Leveling is kind of a whole other beast. And the more you mess with the coffee, the more room you leave for inconsistency, in my opinion. So both for either a commercial or a home setting, as little movement with as little touching with the coffee as possible is really what you want to try and do. You don't want to mess with it. You know, you see a lot of people also who will kind of squish it down, who will do a lot of different things. You should be able to do something that's very easily repeatable. You know, if you produce the best shot in the world but can't do it again, it was completely worthless. Same thing in your store. If one person can do it but the other 5 can't, it's really no good. It's got to be something that's repeatable, that everybody can do, that everybody can relate to, so you can do it consistently. The other thing is if you want to change something, you know which variable you're changing. If you're adding less coffee, you know you're adding less coffee, you know how it changes the effect of the coffee. If you change the coffee, you know what it changes. If you change the water volume of the grind. You want to change one variable at a time to really see where you like your coffee best. So always know what you're changing. Be deliberate in your changes so that you can repeat